I'm Catherine Shelton from Treasure Hunting with Catherine, and I just wanted to make a really short video about Trader Joe's because I think it was in Scanner Monkey I first saw the question, can you sell products from Trader Joe's online, and is it worth doing so? Well, yes, it is. Last year I did a lot of this. I'm probably not doing it this year just because I have a lot of other things going on and a lot of other things that I'm reselling this year. But last year I did really well with Trader Joe's. And as I'm not doing it this year, I figured I might as well share the love and give you some pointers on what I do. So I made some videos in Trader Joe's, which was awesome until they said, excuse me, madam, you can't be filming in here. And I was almost done anyway. So it was cool. And I love Trader Joe's. I don't want to upset them because I go there a lot because they're a really good place to shop. A few things about Trader Joe's. They're not in every state. I read that they now are in 38 states in the US, mostly in California. Yay for me. They generally do private label things. They have their own label, so everything's branded Trader Joe's. I think they're actually 80% Trader Joe's label, and they do sell a few regular labels and brands, but mostly their own stuff. So what this means for resellers is that a lot of people in the US who don't have access to a Trader Joe's, they tried it once, they really miss this stuff. So there's a good audience out there for Trader Joe's. Unfortunately, they're not quite as niche as they used to be, which means there's more resellers on the market. And that was one of the big questions. Is it worth selling Trader Joe's things? And a lot of their regular products, the margins aren't that great. There are things which sell constantly, sell really, really well, like their speculoos cookies and their cookie butter. If you can get a good deal going with the shipping and packaging them, then yeah, it's worth doing, but the margins aren't great. But there are ways to get really, really good margins on Trader Joe's. So I'm going to show you first the videos I made last night in the store, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about how you can actually make good money reselling products from Trader Joe's. The other thing I want to say, this isn't just limited to Trader Joe's. I'm using this as an example because that's what I have local to me. I have like 9 or 10 Trader Joe's all around my home, around my city. So it's really easy for me to go there and buy stuff. You may have your own grocery store wherever you live, or not even a grocery store. You may have like health food stores, like ethnic food stores, all kinds of things. This is just to get your brain ticking a bit and how to rise above the competition. So there was a question in one of the reseller groups, I think last week, about whether it's worth reselling from Trader Joe's. Yeah, there is. There's still profit to be made. A lot of people are saying that ship sailed and there's too many sellers and everyone knows about Trader Joe's and it's not worth selling from there anymore. Well, people are still selling from there, so it's worth doing, but there are some secrets to it. So I'm going to share those with you, and we're going to talk about what some secrets are to actually get you selling profitably from Trader Joe's. And they probably apply to a lot of other stores as well, so just consider this like an example. Trader Joe's is mostly in Southern California. I think half of their stores are in California, mostly Southern California, but they've actually got a lot of stores. I think they're in 38 states now. So they're not as uncommon as they used to be. They're spread out around the country, so more people have access. But there's still a lot of people that are addicted to Trader Joe's. Things like the speculoos cookies, and this is like the perfect season. Why is this the perfect season? Because pumpkins. Everything right now, pumpkins. Yay! So let's see what we can do with pumpkins. Pumpkins! Okay, so what's really interesting, they have a whole bunch of pumpkin cereals. Now let me show you a problem. You can't scan these. These aren't proper barcodes. These are like their proprietary barcodes. But what you can do, Amazon Flow. Check this out. It comes up. Pecan pumpkin instant oatmeal. Check out the price on that.
1976, $2.99. It's got a rank of 90,000 in groceries at the moment. Wow. However, I can tell you that price is going to go down very quickly because this is a new product in the store. So you could hop on that now and merchant fulfill it, probably make a small profit on that, probably make a good profit on that. What I would do, I would put this together with Pop-Tarts, with granola cereal. That's a breakfast bundle right there. And each one's only $2.99, $2.49, $2.49. That's like $8. You could put together a bundle, probably sell it for about. Wish you could sell frozen stuff. Just check this out. Oh my gosh, there's like croissant, pumpkin bread pudding, cheesecake, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pies, macarons, ice cream. Oh my gosh. Super exciting. Gluten-free pumpkin pancake mix. We all know gluten-free is the way to go. Not just because I'm gluten-free, but because loads of people are. And finding good gluten-free things hard to do. So awesome. Opportunities are pretty much limitless here. We've got pumpkin pancakes, pumpkin pie spice, maple syrup. That's pretty awesome. What more do you want? That's your pumpkin breakfast right there. And pretty much, I mean, the combinations are so many that even if there's competition, you can keep coming up with new stuff that makes sense. Don't make stupid bundles, but something like that, that's awesome. Pumpkin spice salted caramels, pumpkin seed brittle, pumpkin scone cookies. I'm just getting hungry now. One of my best-selling bundles last year, at least around this time, I did the pumpkin bread and muffin mix and the pumpkin butter. So I had like a bread and butter gift combination, and I sold loads of them last year. It was awesome. This is $2.99. I think this is $2.39. So together it was like $20. Awesome. Pumpkins.
Okay, so I'm home with all my cool stuff, and what I'm going to do is just give you a few ideas of how you can actually make money from selling Trader Joe's things. So we know, for example, that the oatmeal, we used flour on the oatmeal. So what we did, we saw it was selling, I think it was $2.99 in Trader Joe's, and we used flour on it, and we see that it's selling for about $19 at the moment. I think I said it in the video, but that's not going to last. That pumpkin oatmeal is amazing right now, just because it's brand new on the shelves, and most people haven't gone into Trader Joe's found that yet. But I can almost guarantee that there's probably several people like me who are rushing to the stores, throwing it into their FBA boxes right now and getting it on its way to the warehouse. And probably within days, that price is going to start creeping down. There's a few ways you can combat this. One of the simple ways, and it's controversial, a lot of people talk about multi-packs. I'm going to say don't multi-pack because there is an Amazon policy that says that all multi-packs must be made by the manufacturer. You can't be putting 2 or 3 of things together and selling those. That's been a really big way that a lot of the gurus have pushed for selling groceries, and how people have been making money selling groceries. But now it's a bit shady. There is a policy page that says don't do this. You might, it's your risk, it's your choice. If you want to try it, you can, but you run the risk of getting a policy violation from Amazon, or worse, getting your account suspended. Do I think that will happen? No, because I've actually heard seller support telling lots of people to do this, and telling people to make multi-packs and saying it's fine. Personally, I don't think they're going to crack down on multi-packs in the future, or in the near future anyway. I think if you send in multi-packs, you can probably make a lot of money, but it's a risk, and you should play by the rules. That said, you know, Amazon's one of those things where there's a rule in the policies that says you have to wrap everything you send to FBA in 2 inches of packaging. How many people are doing that? Not many people. You should be doing it. They could crack down on it tomorrow. They can come along and say, hey, you didn't package your stuff in 2 inches of packaging. Bad person, it's against the rules. I'm sending you a policy violation. It could happen. And with Amazon, sometimes things like that do happen. So you've got to manage your risks. You've got to decide what kind of risk you're comfortable with, how much money you want to make. Play by the rules as far as you can. Okay, I don't recommend multi-packs. I'm giving that out there as an option. I don't recommend it. What I do recommend is bundling. Oh, and I should say, with your multi-packs, if you are going to do it, you probably need to use your own UPC. Buy a UPC from eBay. I use leading edge codes. They seem to work fine. I've had no problems. So if you are going to do that, buy a UPC. But here's the better route. Make bundles, because bundles are specifically allowed within Amazon. There's no problem with making a bundle, buying your own UPC, and making it your own. So I've got a few ideas what you can do with Trader Joe's to make good money. The first thing is, making a bundle is not going to protect you from other sellers. It will protect you for a little while, but as soon as your bundle becomes popular, other sellers are going to jump right in. They may be searching in brands for Trader Joe's and looking at the most popular products from Trader Joe's. In fact, that's a really easy tip. If you want to be selling Trader Joe's products, just type in Trader Joe's right there in the search box, see what comes up and look at the most popular products and look for where you can see a margin. That works both ways, but people will use it against you. They will jump right in and jump on your bundle. So I talked about in one of the videos I made in the store, last year I did bread and butter, pumpkin bread and pumpkin butter. And that bundle, super easy, sold really well, over and over and over again. Not doing it this year, but it did great last year. And I think it'll carry on doing well, because I don't think many people will put together those bundles. And the other thing I found with Trader Joe's, all the pumpkin stuff sold out really, really quickly. So you need to get on it and get that stuff moving. The coffee. Coffee always sells well. And it sells out. Last year, this stuff sold out so fast in the stores. Also, this stuff, it got really hard to find. By the end of October, I couldn't find it anywhere. So look for this sort of thing. And also just think a little bit outside the box. With bundles, so there's a little bit of controversy. Can you mix brands? Well, here's the answer that I've gleaned from reading a lot of seller support responses. A lot of people say you can't mix brands. You can't put like Crayola crayons with Rose Art crayons. You can't be putting, I don't know, Play-Doh with like dollar store Play-Doh. You're not supposed to do that. Kind of. You can mix brands, but what you can't do, and I'm going to give you an example now. This is the sort of thing I would think about doing. Pumpkin spice coffee. Okay, in the dollar store right now, they have a ton of Thanksgiving harvest stuff. Why not put it with 2 nice mugs? Okay, coffee and mugs. Simple. And hey, whoops, clank. You could even throw in cookies. So coffee, cookies, mugs. What you can't do is say that's a Trader Joe's coffee bundle, because these mugs are not made by Trader Joe's. They're very nice mugs. They're actually pretty good for dollar store. But you can't imply that the mugs are made by Trader Joe's. So what you would have to do in your labeling of the bundle, you would have to say coffee bundle, full pumpkin flavored, something like that. I don't know, pumpkin flavored coffee bundle gift, something like that. And then you put 2 items, because when you title a bundle, you have to say how many items are in the bundle. Check the policy, read the policy before you start making bundles. There's crazy titling restrictions, and also restrictions on what you put in the bullet points and descriptions. But in the title, put something like pumpkin spice coffee bundle, 2 items, or 3 items, I guess, because we're putting in the mugs. 1 can Trader Joe's pumpkin spice coffee plus 2 brown fall coloured harvest mugs, something like that. You can do that. It still has Trader Joe's in the title because you're saying Trader Joe's coffee. Yay! So when people look up Trader Joe's, they're going to find it. Yay! But you're not breaking the rules by saying Trader Joe's bundle. So that's what I would be thinking about doing. And there's so much you can do with this. Gluten-free pumpkin pancake mix. Make a gift set out of it. You can come up with things. Put it with a pan. Put it with... Another thing they have in the dollar store, they have oven mitts, they have pot holders, anything like that. Make a gift bundle out of things. Put scarecrows. I don't know, that doesn't really go together. But I'm sure you can think of things. You can make a gift bundle. There's so much you can do. Just think about it. Think of all the things that go together. You got tea, you got cookies, you've got so many baking products they have there. They've got candy. They've got lots and lots of candy. And remember, October the 1st, you can start sending in meltable candy. You can send in chocolate. So use your imagination. And this continues through to Christmas. You can do the same thing at Christmas. You can send in candy canes. Candy cane tea is a really popular one. All sorts of things. You can also do this with the regular Trader Joe's products, which is awesome. They have, think speculoos cookies. Everyone loves the speculoos cookies and the cookie butter. But also look at the candy they have. A lot of the reason why people like Trader Joe's is they perceive it as healthy. It doesn't have high fructose corn syrup, they don't use artificial flavours, and they have a lot of gluten-free options. Yay, I'm going to make these for my breakfast. I'm not even kidding, I'm going to make these as soon as I finish the video. But yes, they have a lot of healthy options, and they use very good quality ingredients. They're also fairly cheap, which is awesome for us resellers. So focus on that. Think about what you can do with these that will appeal to family values, to family products, to gift bundles for people that are conscious about think about your keywords. When you create your bundle, when you create these, think about your keywords. Use seasonal words and appeal to the natural. You can use, I don't know, if it's you can use no artificial colors or flavors. That's what it says in here. No preservatives. You can use all this in your bullet points. Tell the truth, always tell the truth, always be honest, but emphasize the good points. I had good luck with notebooks. They were just regular notebooks, but I looked on the back and they said, hey, they're eco-friendly, they're recycled, they're sustainable. Keywords, great. They're not even emphasized on it, but they're there. You can use those, and there are people that are looking for recycled things. So, that's some of my tips for Trader Joe's. Good luck with it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it has some use to you. And stay in touch. Join my Facebook group, Treasure Hunting with Catherine. It's facebook.com/groups/Catherine Treasure. Do subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe to my YouTube videos and join me on Spreecast every Saturday. Alright, have a great day and happy Thanksgiving, harvest, Halloween, Christmas. Yay! So one more thing I forgot to say. Think about baking. Think about baking bundles. What about getting a cake mix? Because cupcakes, pumpkin cupcakes, put them together with a baking tin and cupcake cases. Pretty cool because everyone likes pumpkins and everyone loves cupcakes.
Cupcakes!